What's up, my fellow nerds, geeks, hobbyists, and collectors of YouTube, and welcome back to the channel for another video. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Quintus Prime. So if you all enjoy the video, please give it a like, share the video with a friend, comment down below what you thought of the video, and subscribe to the channel. It's free to do so, and I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, let's flip the camera around and take a look at what we got to deal with today. Okay, taking a quick look at the box first, you can see we got Quintus Prime right there. Couple product shots of the figure. And down here you got Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Quintus Prime. The Hasbro logo right here. The Dynasty of Primes, till all are one up there in different languages. Deluxe class in different languages, and we flip around to the back. And we got the 13 Quintus Prime with a couple different product images, and he transforms from robot to vehicle in 15 steps. And right here is his artifact, the Ember Stone, and he transforms into this weird looking spaceship sort of thing. But that being said, let's get him out of the box, and here's another picture of Quintus Prime right here, and take a look. Okay, and here we have Quintus Prime out of the box, and in his robot mode he is packed in his robot mode. First, let's take a look at the detail before we get into the articulation and his artifact. So here you can see he has a really cool head sculpt, and his eyes are light piped, meaning light reflecting through this clear piece right here. Light his eyes up, that's really cool. I really do like all this sort of tentacle like detail, especially all the ribbing detail down here. And one thing I did notice just now, all of the language, Transformers language, or the language of the Primes, etched on the, I guess you could say, one of the skirt tentacles or whatever this is called. And we flip around here to the back, you can see more Prime language or Transformers language right here etched into the tentacles. And we can see the top cockpit area of the vehicle form. Articulation. The head, it's kind of stiff. It can look somewhat left, somewhat right. It can look down. You can look up because that's how far back his head goes for transformation. Arms can do a full 360, but it's a little snug. Arms can go up about this far, arms can go down about this far. Bicep swivel, elbow joint right here can go roughly 90 degrees. And then you got a wrist swivel, but this is really snug. You get a waist joint articulation as well, but that's also for transformation. Then you also got these arms right here. They can go up about that far if the other arms aren't in the way. You can do a 360 with these. And if you lift up the tentacle skirt here, the legs can go forward that far, legs can go back that far. The knees bend at 90 degrees, and you also get ankle tiltage for posing the figure if you want to, and it's a little tight. And you also get a toe dip as well. That's also for transformation. Now we're going to take a quick look at his Prime artifact, which you could see part of right here. But to access it, you have to open up this cockpit area. It's a little tight, so I had to use a bit of ingenuity to figure out how to get it open. But you can see right here is his artifact. And if I go ahead and press right here a little bit, here is his artifact, the Ember Stone. And this is a really cool insignia detail right here for Quintus Prime's insignia. And he can obviously hold the insignia in the palm of his hand, like so. Now, when it comes to Quintus Prime's artifact, the Ember Stone, Quintus Prime is known as the Prime of Life. He is the 10th Prime created by Primus for his war against his evil brother, the Dark God of Chaos and Destruction, Unicron. Quintus Prime is the master scientist of the group and is a staunch believer that all life, no matter where the life comes from in the universe, should be able to diverse and evolve independently. And he is said to be the creator, the progenitor of the Quintessons on their home world of Quintessa. And he is able to create said life using his artifact, the Ember Stone. Now to put it back in here, we just open it the same way we did before. It's rather tight. And then after we take it out of his hand, this little nub right here will plug into this hole right here, which is also the front of his chest, like so. And we just close that up, and that is back in its place. Okay, and for a size comparison, here he is next to Transformers Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. So you can see how well they stack up next to each other. And here he is for one last comparison next to Transformers Legacy Armada Universe Voyager class Starscream. So you can see how they stack up together. I would compare Quintus Prime to the other primes, but Quintus Prime is currently the only of the 13 that I have right now. So, with that being said, let's get down to transformation. Alright, sound good to you? Let's get into it. Okay, to start off, we need to bring the arms up like so. And push his head to the back. Rotate his arms 180 degrees. And then right here are two notches on either side of the collarbone, and then we'll plug into these ports right here on the insides of either arm, like so. And then they'll do the same thing right there. And then we will take the forearms. Gotta raise this up a little bit. Make a little more room. Anyway, we're gonna twist his forearms. And we're gonna twist in the wrists, well, the hands, like so. We'll do the same thing with the other one. And these wrists are very snug. Oh, that was a lot more difficult than I thought. Then we will contort the elbows like this and bring them together like so, and this peg on the left arm will plug into this port right here on the right arm, and vice versa. This peg on the right arm will plug into this port on the left arm like so. This thing's being a little stiff with me. Okay, it's a little bit of a snug fit, but it went in. Then we take these nose pieces right here, and they're on a hinge, so we want to bring them up over the hands like so. And then this post right here will plug into this port right here, making up the nose. And with that being said, the arms are done. Now we just flip up this other pair of arms like so, and we want to rotate the body like so. Then come under here, open up the skirt pieces. Oh no, he's exposed. Oh, I'm just kidding, he's a robot. Anyway, now we just flip up these calf pieces like so, and these posts on the back sides of the legs will go into these holes on the calf panels right here like so. And then these grooves will line up with the groin area as well. And then we are going to, with these two posts right here and here, will go into these ports right here and here. So we just collapse those into each other like so. So it's like that. Now I flip this over, and then the shin is on a hinge, and we will pivot this up like so. Mine likes to be a little argumentative with me. I don't know if anyone else has this issue with their Quintus Prime figures being so snug and whatnot, but mine for some reason is ungodly stiff. Okay, and now we will flip down the feet like so, and then on the other side of the legs, these posts here and here will go into these individual ports here and here. Like so. And same thing on this side, like so. And then you flip. Oh, you bring these back down, like so. And then these extra arm bits, you just rotate these around 180 degrees. And they collapse on top like so, and they collapse on top like so, and he makes this weird alien spaceship thing, and he has this thing called visible head syndrome right there. Yeah, this is really cool. Alright, and with all that, let's take a look at the detail. This is pretty much all the same detail, but this looks incredible. I am honestly amazed by all the detailing, especially the scaled detailing on these tentacles here. This is really cool. I still don't like the fact that he has visible head syndrome right there. Anyway, with that being said, here are a couple more comparisons. Here is Transformers Legacy Armada Universe Starscream in his vehicle mode, and you can see how these two look together. And here is Gamer Edition War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, and of course you can see how they stack together. Clearly Quintus Prime is slightly longer, well, not slightly longer, but maybe an inch longer. And to get him back to robot mode, we basically just work backwards from how he turned him into his alien jet. So we rotate these around like so, and we put them back in these notches right there for the time being. Lift up the skirt pieces. This almost looks like a flower budding in a way, now that I think about it. And we want to undo the shins, put them back, feet up, and then plug this. Well, you don't plug it back into place really, but you just fold it down. Okay, we'll figure that out later. And then same thing with this leg, like so. Flip this down like so, plug that back in. I don't know why this one right here is being stubborn all of a sudden. Now we just flip these pieces back down, and they all just hang there loosely. We rotate around like so. Bring the second pair of arms down like so, put them back in place like so, and then we can split the nose, plug those back into place on the forearms, maybe. Okay, and we just split these apart, rotate this down, rotate this outwards, rotate in the hand like so. Same thing on the other side, rotate the arm down, rotate the arm at the elbow, twist the hand like so. And then we just bring forward the head. And there you have Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Quintus Prime. If you all want to see any more videos in the future on Transformers figures, please let me know down in the comment section below. I'm trying to branch out to all kinds of hobby stuff, figure collection, comic hunting, painting miniatures, and eventually I want to start live streaming playing video games with you guys when I move somewhere with better internet. But with that being said, until all are one, my friends, and may the force be with you always, I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.